It was a warm spring afternoon, May 3rd, 1998. 19-year-old Rachel Dunar slid behind the wheel of her sleek black 1997 Chevy Camaro, the kind of car that turned heads on quiet suburban streets. She waved to her parents, Dana and Mark, promising she'd be back soon. Just a quick Sunday drive, she said. A ritual she loved. Windows down, cassette mixtapes of Alanis Morissette and the Cranberries filling the air. The road her escape. But that afternoon, Rachel never returned. By nightfall, her parents were frantic. They called every friend, every diner, every highway patrol post within 50 miles. No one had seen her. No Camaro, no trace. What followed became one of the most bizarre and agonizing missing person cases in Midwood County history. Weeks turned into months, months into years. And still, nothing. No license plate hits. No sightings. No body, no note. No evidence of struggle. Only one haunting image remained. Rachel, smiling in cut-off shorts beside her beloved Camaro, taken just hours before she vanished. That photo became a symbol of the town's grief, a reminder of a girl who had simply disappeared into thin air. Her parents refused to give up. They kept her room untouched, her posters still on the wall, her bed neatly made. They spent their savings on private investigators, plastered flyers on telephone poles and chased every lead. But each one dissolved into dust. A false sighting in Colorado. A convenience store camera in Arizona capturing a girl who looked like her. A black Camaro found in an Ohio junkyard. All dead ends. Police theories ranged from voluntary disappearance to abduction. Even whispers of a serial predator. 2 other women had gone, missing within 100 miles between 1997 and 1999, but no connections could be proven. Eventually, Rachel's case went cold, buried beneath newer tragedies. The Dunbar home grew silent, transforming into a shrine of waiting. Then in the fall of 2010, 12 years later, everything changed. Real estate agent Colleen Moser was showing a foreclosed farmhouse near Lake Vale, 40 miles from Midwood. She unlocked the wooden barn out back, expecting dust and tools. Instead, her flashlight caught the glint of chrome beneath cobwebs. She brushed away the grime. There it was, a black Camaro, its paint dulled, its tires flat, its windows clouded with time. A tarp and rotted hay half covered it, as if someone had tried to bury it in plain sight. The VIN confirmed the impossible. It was Rachel's car. The discovery ignited a frenzy. Media vans swarmed the farmhouse. Forensic teams combed the barn, and the question echoed everywhere. How had it been there so long, and why wasn't it found sooner? Inside the Camaro, the scene was chillingly serene. The keys still dangled from the ignition. Rachel's denim jacket lay folded neatly on the passenger seat. In the glove box, 2 undeveloped disposable cameras and a gas station receipt dated the very day she vanished. But there was no body, no blood, no broken glass, no signs of a struggle, just an eerie stillness, as if the car had been sealed away like a time capsule. Investigators noticed something else, deep scratch marks on the inside of the barn door. It had been locked from the outside. The property's owner, Wilford Crane, had died in 2005. Neighbors described him as eccentric, secretive. Some recalled him bragging in bars that he knew things the police didn't at the time. It was dismissed as the ramblings of a recluse. When the disposable cameras were developed, the images told a story. Rachel smiling along winding roads. Rachel sipping iced coffee in the driver's seat. Rachel parked at a wooded overlook. But the last 2 photos were different. In one, her smile was gone, her eyes fixed on something outside the frame. And in the final image, blurry, rushed, a figure appeared in the rearview mirror. A man in a ball cap and dark glasses. Watching her, the case was reclassified as a likely abduction. Attention turned to Wilford's brother, Clive Crane. He had a record, unlawful. Surveillance in the late 80s, and had reportedly lived with Wilford for a brief period in 1998. A search of the farmhouse cellar uncovered buried containers filled with VHS, tapes and notebooks. Hundreds of observations, some labeled with initials matching missing women's names. One entry stood out. RD parks often near mile marker 37. Wait until next Sunday. Usual path near lake. A statewide manhunt for Clive Crane began. A woman in Michigan claimed her mother once sheltered a confused young woman around 2002 who looked like Rachel. She refused to speak, then vanished one day without a trace. Detectives followed another lead to an abandoned motel outside Joliet. Inside, the walls were covered in murals, portraits of a red-haired woman in varying states of emotion. Some smiling, others terrified, each signed with the initials RD. Handwriting experts confirmed it was likely Rachel's. The theory grew that Rachel had survived, at least for some time, in captivity, or perhaps in hiding. In 2011, Rachel's parents held a vigil at Lake Vale. Lanterns floated into the night sky, carrying their hope with them. And then, something extraordinary happened. A letter arrived at the Midwood Gazette, addressed simply, "To the town that remembered me." Inside, handwritten in elegant cursive, were 6 words: "I never stopped driving. Thank you." The handwriting was authenticated as Rachel's, but the origin was untraceable. Postal records showed it had been dropped off at a rural post office in Montana by a woman in sunglasses and a scarf. She smiled politely, left no name, and disappeared. Security footage was too